All right, we are looking at April 14th and 15th. As I'm sure you are aware, school has been officially canceled for the remainder of the school year. Um, in particular, for my seniors, if you need to talk about it, feel free to email me. Some of you don't care, some of you do. I'm here if you need something. Okay. All right. So we're going to look at three different types of poems today. The first one is acrostic. You are probably pretty familiar with this. This is something that they do in a lot of even the elementary buildings. So an acrostic is a poem where certain letters in each line spell out a word or a phrase. Typically, the first letters of each line are used to spell out messages, but they can really appear anywhere. And it should be more than just a word or two for each line. Some examples. Maybe this day is not one of your favorites, but never forget that every day you wake up is an amazing gift and it's up to you to make it count. So the acrostic here spells Monday. Luminous in the night sky, igniting the bright flames of the bonfire, glistening and sparkling fireworks, heating up my face, don't stand too close, toffee, apples, sticky and delicious. Spells light. Perfectly penned poems, open your soul to the page. Each word spills out. Tread your topics carefully. Reread your work. Your words are daggers on the page. Spells out poetry. Okay, so this one in particular, you'll notice that it does not start with the word. Instead, the word is incorporated into the middle. And they show this by using a different size and color to make the word stand out. Suddenly, spring is here. Flowers push up through the cold ground. Streams run cold with melted snow. Birds sing in chorus. Nothing beats a nice spring day after a long, hard winter. And using particular letters, they spell the word spring. This one's called a double acrostic. So you'll notice that it spells the same word both at the beginning and at the end. And I'm realizing I probably should have practiced because there's a word in there that I don't think I can pronounce to save the life of me. So, set among hills in the midst of 5 valleys, this peaceful little market town we inhabit refuses vociferously, no idea, I'm going to have to look it up, to be conform. Once home of the cloth that gave its name to uphill and down again, its streets leave you. Despite its faults, it leaves us all charmed. Okay, you have a cinquain. These are a little trickier. This is a poem with 5 lines. Each line has a different purpose. 1 word that represents the poem. This is essentially the title. 2 words that describe the title. 3 words that tell an action. 4 words that express feeling. 1 word that recalls the title. Flowers, colorful, fragrant, swaying, growing, blooming, making me feel happy, blossoms. Caterpillar, relentless, ravenous, constructing, evolving, emerging, wondrous gift of nature, butterfly. Wedding, fairy garden, vowing, eating, dancing, music drifting, balloon notes, celebration. Spiders, bold, silent, jumping, hunting, spinning, amazing predator with style, spiders. Poetry, clever, crafty, writing, composing, describing, best words, best order, verse. And then finally, limericks. You probably know these, and I'm sure the ones you do know are probably dirty, because oftentimes they are. In general, though, its 5 lines are typically humorous. They do have to have the rhyme scheme of AABBA. That means 3 of the lines have to rhyme, and the other 2 have to rhyme together. Lines 1, 2, and 5 typically have 7 to 10 syllables. Lines 3 and 4 have 5 to 7 syllables. If you don't know what a syllable is, it's kind of like a beat. The best way that I was taught is you put your hand below your jaw, and every time your jaw hits your hand, that's a syllable. There was a young girl in a tower who looked just as fresh as a flower. Her hair was like silk, her skin smooth as milk, but her breath made the strongest night cower. And that's why having a certain amount of syllables is important, because it has to have a particular flow to a limerick. How lonely a number I've been, it said with a widening grin. But I should have known I'm not really alone. I'm not just a prime, but a twin. You'll be king one day, the witches all said. To the throne of Scotland Macbeth would be led. Determined to rule, his actions were cruel, so Macduff chopped his head off instead. Sunbaking one day on a rock, a lizard was in for a shock. A bird hunting prey with his tail clear away. Poor Stumpy is still taking stock. So your assignment. I want you to think about some ideas for the following. What would you rather be doing than stuck at home? What's your favorite thing to do while stuck at home? A destination you would rather be at than Missouri? Any emotion or feeling you have tied to anything going on? But you only have to think about them. Your actual assignment using one of those above bullet points will be next class. So right now, all I need you to do is use your brain for a little bit. So think of some ideas using the prompts, and that's it.